What's good with y'all? It's your boy Kaz, and we back with another video. And this video is gonna be even the right decisions sometimes hurt to make. And I got a story time with this. I recently went through it and had to do this myself, so that's kind of where I'm at with it, and just explaining my perspective and point of view, because I'm sure a lot of people are going through the same thing and don't want to make that hard decision, but the ways that your life will change after making that hard decision is probably really what you've been waiting for, not that person or whatever it is to get better. Because if it's continuously going the same ways, you already know it's not going to get better. You already know it's not going to be nothing. And that's where I'm at with it. I was talking to someone. Actually, I was talking to an ex, and I know that's the first red flag right there. Why talk to an ex? But it wasn't nothing super deep. I did care. I did tell her that I cared. I did want to show that I really cared, and that I was really wanted to try and make things different if it was going to be like that. But obviously it wasn't the same back, and whenever it ain't, you just gotta cut them off. And that's where I'm at with it. Person told me that they was gonna be this person, and they ended up being this person. I'm sorry, I just ain't with it. You can go be that with someone else. Hopefully they rock with it. But if they anything like me, and they are a real person and gonna hold you accountable for what you're going to do and things like that, then it probably ain't gonna work with that person either. But that's kind of where I'm at with it. But I just had to make the hard decision of cutting someone off that I really wanted to be there. Really was hoping that we could make that work. But hey, sometimes it just ain't that way. And I was not really ignoring the signs, but God's been telling me for a few weeks that I probably needed to cut this person off. I probably should have been not even fucking with this person to begin with. Not even let them come back in my life. But you live and you learn. And this is also where I'm going to end the ex cycle. I'm not going back to anybody that I've ever had. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to get played by someone that I've already been with. And that had the chance to do it right, because anytime I'm with someone, I'm doing people right. I'm doing right by you. I'm making sure that I keep you updated, make sure that I'm not looping you around. I'm not playing with you. I'm not just saying I'm gonna make time and then never making time. I'm not just giving you excuses. I'm not always saying, nah, I'm busy, so we don't never talk. I'm not out there making time for everyone else. I got my priorities straight. I know that if you really want someone, you're gonna put in the work and effort that it takes to be there with someone. And that's what it wasn't. It wasn't effort. It wasn't even anything. So what I told the person was, I'm not really losing anything by losing this connection. What am I losing? I'm losing someone that never wanted to make time for me, someone that never asked how my day was, someone that never told me that they cared about me, someone that never even cared to do these type of things. And the whole, I'm not saying just now, this has been for every single time that we tried to get back together, which has been 4 times now, which I know, stupid again. You don't have to tell me. I already am in my head why'd I even let this happen? But the one thing that I take from it is growth, because there was a point where I would have let this happen and keep letting this happen. But me doing the healing and growing and understanding myself makes me hey, I don't care how much I love you. I don't care how much I care about you. I don't care how much that I want you to be there. If you're not going to be that person, you're not going to be in my life. It's not going to be like that. I don't just need you there for nothing. And I've said that in other videos. I don't need no one for nothing. So that's why I don't understand why people do that to me. But lesson learned. Ain't doing it again. And just like I told you guys, I got that 4-month rule. That's exactly what I had in place here. And I could already tell, I was saying, I could already tell within the 4-month rule that this wasn't what it was going to be. So that's why I had to end up cutting it off. I gave the person one more chance after I told them what was going on and how I was feeling. And then I stood on it. And that's just what had to be done. It hurts. It does hurt losing that person, because I really thought that we might be able to make it work if the work was put in equally on both ends, but it wasn't. And that's why it didn't work. That's not my fault. I didn't do anything to make that not happen. I always try to make time. I tried to spend time. I tried to talk to this person as much as I could, but you can just tell when something's not right for you. You feel it, like things just are off. And that was just me listening to God's signs. Like, he was telling me, this person ain't for you. This person ain't for you. He told me about 3 or 4 times before I really wanted to be like, okay, I understand. Like, this person isn't for me. I got you. I'm just gonna let this person go. Let them be happy. Because eventually, like, they gonna look back, and even if they don't want to be with me, they gonna look back and be like, damn, why'd I have to do him like that? Because he didn't do me like that. He didn't put me in the positions to even have to worry about nothing like that. But I did everything that I could to do that and get out of that. Like, I would respect it way more if someone told me, hey, I don't really want to be with you. I don't, like, you know, I've already said it in many videos, but that's how I roll. Like, I would rather have the truth no matter how bad it hurts. Because that's what I'm going to tell you no matter how bad it hurts. And that's another reason why the shit didn't work, is because I hold people accountable for what they're doing, and they don't hold themselves accountable for what they're doing. They think what they're doing is the right thing. But in due time, they'll figure out, like, you're never going to build something with the ways that you're going about it and the things that you do. And this ain't no shade at no one. People don't understand themselves like that all the time. It took me a long time to truly get it. But now that I do get it, I won't let myself go back to not having it. And I won't let myself go back to getting treated those ways or anything like that. It just won't happen. So, like the title of this video, even the right decisions hurt. They do. But that doesn't mean they ain't right. That doesn't mean they don't need to happen. Because they probably needed to happen before the time that they did happen. And that's something that I know. Like, I probably should have did this a few weeks ago, but it took me a few more weeks of getting treated the same ways and dealing with it before I was like, you know, like, I'm gonna let you know one more time, but after that, I gotta go, because I see that there's no changing. I see the patterns, and I don't rock with patterns. You either are gonna fix that or you ain't. If you ain't gonna fix it, like, you don't care about me having me in your life that much. Because if you came to me and told me something that was going on, I'm going to be the one to sit there with you and communicate with you and let you know, like, hey, this is how I feel about it. This is where my perception was with it. But let me hear where you're at with it. Let me understand your point of view. And a lot of people don't do that. And that was this person. Like, they always would be like, hey, I get it. But you would never show that they got it. But they would never show that they got it. And I'm sure other people have been through the same thing. Like, people will always tell you whatever you want to hear, but they won't always do whatever they need to be doing that will make you feel heard, understood. And like I was saying, like, that's a big thing in relationships. Like, you have to make that person feel like they're heard, understood, like you actually get them. Or if you don't, that you're actually trying to get them. Like, it can't just be, oh, I don't get it, so not even going to try. No, because you didn't get the first thing that you ever did. You didn't learn how to walk, or you didn't know how to walk whenever you first, like, were born. No, it took you time to do that. The same way it takes you time with learning any other skills in life. The learning yourself, like, the last video I said, I talked about people going through things, and you don't know what people's been through in the amount of time that they've been alive to when you met them. The same way is, like, you don't know what has happened at all. Like, the same way that it takes a lot of time to build those skills and develop those malicious patterns, is the same amount of time, or even more, that it's going to take to stop those malicious patterns, to stop thinking those ways, to stop having those thoughts in your brain, to stop being like that. So, like, this ain't only with relationships or anything like that. You take this with anything. Like, if all you do is feed yourself bad thoughts, you gotta stop doing that. because what's that doing for you? What's that really helping you with? Like, if anything, it's only helping you think of more worse things to think of. And like, here's the one thing that I always thought of. I could tell myself I'm worthless so many times, but what if I told myself I'm worth it so many more times? You know, like, if I told myself I'm worthless 50,000 times and I only told myself I'm worth it 1 or 2 or 3, 10 times, like, you know, like even 100, that's not standing up to the 50,000 times that you told yourself I'm not worth it. So what does your brain think? I'm not worth it. That's why that's one of the hardest decisions, is like coming to that reality of like, this is all on me. This is all on me. No one's gonna help me. But that's just another way that I think of it. Like, exactly what I was saying. Like, you gotta feed yourself positive thoughts continuously. It can't just be, oh, one day, like, you can't go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. Like, you can't go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday having bad thoughts, and then Friday be like, oh, I'm gonna flood myself with positive thoughts this whole weekend, and then hope next weekend my whole life's gonna be different. You know, it just don't happen like that. But if you start telling yourself good thoughts Monday, and then Tuesday you're reinforcing them good thoughts, and then Wednesday you're back to reinforcing them good thoughts, and then Thursday you're back to reinforcing them good thoughts, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday you already got them good thoughts going, so you ain't even gotta worry about it. But you already are on it because you've been doing it. It's all about consistency. Like I said, if you tell yourself that you're worth it one time, it doesn't stand up to all the other times, or all the other times that you've even heard it. It don't even have to be from you, but other people. Like, if you're that type of person that takes what other people are saying literal, you probably should stop, because what they say has nothing to do with you. How other people feel and think has nothing to do with you. That's why they don't got your brain. That's why they ain't controlling your face. That's why they don't control the thoughts that go on inside your brain. That's why they can tell you that you're not worth shit, but you're the one that could be like, you know, like, you're probably not worth shit. And that's not no hate, but that person ain't worth shit because all they want to do is put down someone and tell someone else that they ain't worth shit. But that person's probably trying their best. That person's probably giving their everything. But all they hear is, I ain't worth shit, I ain't worth shit, I ain't worth shit. So what does their brain think? I ain't worth shit, I ain't worth shit, I ain't worth shit. But if all you ever heard and all you ever put yourself around with positive people that tell you, hey, you're doing amazing, you're doing great things, you keep doing what you're doing, keep grinding, keep doing, like, keep going, whatever it is, you gonna have that enforcement, like, okay, I'm doing good, I'm doing good. And even if you don't have no one there, you need to have that in yourself. Like, hey, I'm good. I know I'm a good person. Like, that's what I always think. Me and God know exactly what I do in this life. Me and God know exactly what I do. I don't care about what anybody else thinks, because I know I'm being good. I know I'm doing good things. I know all I'm trying to do is push out love, positivity, and help people. So, and me and God both know it. So, like, that's just another thing. But if you're always telling yourself them negative ass thoughts, that's what's going to run your life. That's what's going to run through your head 24/7, because you never took the time to stop it. And I ain't saying negative thoughts don't pop in my head, because they do. But I also, like, I feel like Dr. Strange. Like, I could take it and I can move it away and out of my vision. Like, I have it there, but unless I want to use it, I ain't using it. I don't need it. Like, it will be there, but I ain't the one to act on it. And it's because I got that mental, like, capability to do that. Like, thoughts don't just eat me alive and then beat me down, because I don't let them. I don't let those things fuck with me, because I know, hey, this is just a thought. Everyone has thoughts. You're probably having the same thought that I am, like, at some point in your life. So we're all having thoughts, but it's on the thoughts that you act upon and the thoughts that are just thoughts. You know, like, if you have impulsive thoughts and you let them control you, well, you might be going down a bad road. But if you have an impulsive thought and you're like, hey, you know what? I know I could control this. I know that this is a thought that I've had, but this ain't something that I have to let, like, I don't have to do anything with. It's like a crystal ball. Like, you could talk to this thing all day, but like, I don't know, crystal ball probably wasn't the best fucking explanation of it, but you know what I mean. Like, the Doctor Strange one was probably the best, because like, that's how it is. Like, I could pull things out of there and be like, you know, I want this piece of it, but I don't want this piece of it. I want this piece of it, but I don't want this piece of it, because I see that this is bad, but this is the part that helped me. So let me move this to what's helping me, and then helping me, and then I'm discarding all the things that aren't helping me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so that's kind of what I be on. Like, I know that it's all on me. I know that I'm aware of that. It's all on me. So being aware that it's all on me makes me even more know, like, it's all on me. And that might sound confusing to some people, but other people will be like, hey, I understand exactly what you're saying, because I feel the same ways. And I had to do it. I had to grow through it. I had to grow through it. I don't know if you understood what I said right there, but I had to grow through it. I didn't just go through it. Because if I went through it, I'm coming out the same person. If I grow through it, I'm coming out with something a little different. It don't have to be anything like crazy, but just something a little different. I gained some knowledge from it, so I came out just a little bit better. And that's how I look at everything. Like I said, if I just continuously tell myself that these videos ain't gonna do nothing for no one, these videos ain't gonna do nothing for no one. But if I continuously tell myself that these videos are gonna help me, and they're gonna help other people out there that are doing the same thing, like going through the same things and not having to go through the same things, like, that's gonna make me want to do it even more. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reason why I do it, is because I know that it's gonna help. So eventually it's gonna help, because I ain't gonna stop until it does help. And it's already helped, but I'm just saying, like, these are just the thoughts that I have, and these are the ways that I perceive things, and the ways that I think of things that I'm going through. And I know a lot of other people could use this information, and it could really be value to some people out there. And that's the reason why I drop it in all these videos. Like, I hear people all the time talking about my life shit, but I'm always like, why? Your life's only shit because you think your life's shit. Like, and that's all it is. Like, whatever you think, that's your reality. And your brain, like, it doesn't know the difference. So, like, that's just one thing that you need to think about whenever you're telling yourself anything. You could tell yourself this bad thing, but what would happen if you told yourself that good thing over that bad thing, and you didn't even let that bad thing be there? It was all good. It was all good every single time. It's good. It's good. Even though life ain't great. No one's life is great. But we all going through the same things. We all pushing through it the same ways. We all gonna get through it. And that's what truly matters. And I know that. So, like, that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Trying to help people out and everything like that. So, if this video helped you out any, I appreciate you liking, commenting, subscribing. Comment some ways that you deal with going through hard things in your life, and losing things and building better things. I don't know if I'm explaining it the right way, but if you know what I'm talking about, like, just give some advice to some people that might not even know. Just try and spread some wisdom. That's really it. I don't know what else to ask for, but I appreciate everyone that's been tuning in, everyone that continues to tune in. I hope that this advice does something for you. I hope this video does something for you, because it's literally all I'm trying to do is give people new ways to think of things, new ways to look at things, ways they might not have ever thought about it without seeing me talk about it or anything like that, because I don't know. It's just I know I think about things a little bit different. So if this did, if you did connect with this, if you got anything from it, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all of you. I love everyone, and hope you do great things in life. Until next time, my name is Kaz. I'm out of here.